everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lagos, and right now in this vlog I'll be talking about how to fast track your documents, or what are the steps or the tips to easily acquire your documents when you travel back to Philippines. Right now it's pandemic and there's a lot of requirements or documents that you have to fulfill. I didn't know that until last Sunday. Before that, 2 weeks ago, I've already told my bosses that I may have to go back to Philippines because Typhoon Odette hit on the 16th December. So I had issues back home which I needed to settle, but by that time I'm still looking for someone who can help me out here because I'm in tricky situation because my work pass is due for renewal. So if you all know, when you work in Singapore, your work permit will be renewed every 2 or 3 years. It's a very unstable situation, but I'm very lucky that I have a very understanding bosses, and they really pushed me to just go and settle all the things or stuff that I can settle here since it's an urgent issue. So last Sunday I decided that I need to go home. So Sunday I messaged and called my bosses and they told me, okay, just file a leave, inform HR and do the necessary. All the while I thought that you just have to inform, you have to do your RT-PCR test, book a flight, and that's it. But I didn't know that when you reach here in Philippines, you have a lot of requirements or documents that you have to provide. On Sunday, what I did is, because I know that RT-PCR test results will be coming out the following day, I did that first because my plan is to fly out on the 4th of January, which is yesterday. So 2nd January was Sunday, and I told my boss that I'll be booking or scheduling my RT-PCR. For this, you have to go to accredited clinics that are listed in the MOH website. You cannot just go to any clinics to do this. During Sundays, there's just a couple of clinics that are open until afternoon. I called up Canberra Medical Clinic, which is in Yishun, and luckily they have slot. Went there around 5:30. They took a swab and informed me that the result will come out the following day, and they can just email me the RT-PCR test result. I went back home and I was checking flights, and then I told my friend that who is also in Singapore that I might go home. And she asked me if I have settled all the documents necessary when I reach here in Philippines. And I asked, what are those? Then she gave me a list, she gave me a link, and I was shocked because I didn't realize that it's that much. And she said that some are able to fulfill those in a month's time. But for me, I only have 2 days to settle all of that. I got worried because I didn't know if I can make it on time. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this vlog, for me to help you. Anyway, of course, the first thing that you need to do is to ask permission from your bosses if they will allow you. As for me, since I have notified them 2 weeks ahead, they provided me the forms that I need to fill out in the company. And I think it depends on which company you are in. But with our company, I just need to fill out a travel declaration form, which I'm trying to look now. Okay, 1 second. So they gave me an overseas travel declaration form, the details of your flight, where you're going, why are you going, the reasons, if those are eligible reasons or excuses. Here you will have to acknowledge that you are liable for disciplinary actions, including work pass revocation and withdrawal of work pass privileges if I don't comply on Singapore's Infectious Disease Act. My salary will be on hold, and it might be difficult for the entry approval if, let's say, MOM doesn't allow my approval yet. And also I have to bear the cost for quarantine, RT-PCR tests, and medical fees if ever I got positive for COVID. Yeah, so they will also ask some particulars, your details, passport, arrival in Singapore, flight details, and also booking confirmation of my stay home notice when I come back there, the address of the stay home notice, the address after my quarantine. Those are the things that they have asked me of. Also acknowledge a travel application checklist. I think these are details that they have to key in MOM for my exit. The reason why I'm going, if I'm fully vaccinated, and if I have served more than 6 months, how many more annual leaves do I have. I will be covering all swab test, SHN or quarantine, personal travel expenses, air ticket, and also my insurance. Also, I've provided them my updated passport because I just got my new passport. And then yeah, I've emailed them, and also I have to acknowledge that they will hold my salary for the time that I'm away. Yeah, that's it. Then I just waited for HR to contact me again and give me a go signal that I can book my flights. There are classifications if you are an OFW and non-OFW. As for me, I'm an OFW, so it's easier. Because if you're not, there's additional steps that you have to do. So for you to find the checklist, I can add it in the description box. Also, you can go to OWA Facebook page. They have this. Oops, here. And this is the one for non-OFW. Okay, so let's start. You have to know what is the category of the country that you're in. There are green list, red list, and yellow list. So for green listed countries, you are just required for, I think, 3 days of quarantine if you have RT-PCR test result or certificate prior to your departure and you're fully vaccinated. You will have your swab on the 3rd day. As for us, in Singapore, it's categorized as a yellow listed country. So our swab test will be on the 5th day. So we have 5 days to stay in a quarantine hotel, unlike with green listed countries. And the next thing that I did is to get the certification of my vaccination since I'm fully vaccinated. It's easier if you are fully vaccinated, meaning to say you have lapsed 14 days from your 2nd dose of vaccine. That's when you are considered as fully vaccinated. Where can you get that? I know that you can check your SingPass account and go to Health Hub application, but that's not where you get your notarized certificate of vaccination. You have to go to notarize.com.sg and then request for your vaccination certificate there. If you will ask me what's the difference, in Health Hub, it's just a PDF file without a QR code. So for this certificate from notarize.com.sg, it will provide you a QR code of your vaccination. The details are of your vaccination, and the second page is the offline QR verification code. This is the certificate that is needed when you check in and also when you arrive in Philippines. The next step that I did is I checked my OWA. You have to download an OWA app. So that's OWWA. And once you've downloaded it, you have to log in, of course. I hope you remember your username and password. If not, then you have to register again. I don't know if you have to go to the embassy to do it. But if you're a long-time OFW, you would have a record of this. Because the last time that I have paid for my OWA was 2 years back. So when I checked, my OWA account is already inactive. Good thing you're able to pay your OWA membership via the application. If you have Land Bank account, it's even better. As for me, I don't have Land Bank account. I try to use payment through BPI or RCBC account, but the app doesn't seem to link to the payment portal. So what I did is I just chose cash payment instead. So when you choose the cash payment, you also have to choose the payment center. So for me, I just chose 7-Eleven because that's easier. I asked a favor from a friend if she can go to 7-Eleven and pay the OWA membership for me. As for that, once you have submitted, there's a confirmation email that you will receive in your email address, of course. And then there's a reference number there. The email will come from My EG Philippines Payment Gateway. So when they go to 7-Eleven and they go to the payment machine, they just need to choose the institution of My EG Philippines Payment Gateway for them to key in the reference number and then the amount there. So the amount is 1,285.50 pesos. That's good for 24 months, which is 2 years. So it's very convenient because the following day, my friend went there and she already paid my OWA account. When she paid, I checked my OWA app and it showed in the payment history that there's a payment that was made there. Your OWA account status will become active. That's the third one. So the fourth one is I have to wait until I book my flight before I can do this. I waited for our HR department to give me a go signal to book my flights. So when she did, I booked my flights right away through Philippine Airlines. My flight is around $600, which is cheaper than last month's or the previous months because last year the flights are around $1,000 and above. So it's very expensive. But $600 is quite expensive for me. This is quite expensive. It's thrice the usual amount. Next is you have to go to One Health Pass online registration platform. Here, you will have to register. There are particulars that you need to fill out, the usual flight details, employment, passport numbers, or passport details. When you're done and you click submit, it will generate your Health Pass QR code. And make sure that you print this out because you will be needing this by the time that you check in and also by the time that you arrive in Philippines. You will also receive your Health Pass or your QR code in your email. So don't worry about it if you forgot to screenshot it. So by this time, your RT-PCR test result will come out. You will receive it in your email and you will click the link, download it. You would know that this clinic is legit if the link comes from notarized.com.sg, because I saw in some other forum the clinic directly gave them a certificate, but the certificate should come from notarized.com.sg for it to be legit. Yeah, so here, anyway, I don't think you can see it, but um, there is also a QR code that will be generated from notarized.com.sg for this RT-PCR test result. So if the clinic just emailed you a form from their clinic, that's very suspicious because it has to be registered under notarized.com.sg and it should have a QR code. Okay? All right, so and also by the time that your result came out for your RT-PCR test, you have 72 hours for you to use it. If your 72 hours lapse, then it will be a waste of money because RT-PCR swab is worth $25, so that's a huge amount. Next is you have to categorize yourself if you are land-based or sea-based. So for those seamen, OFW that is working in cruise ships, they will have to register on another site. For land-based like us, you have to go to OWA's OFW Assistance Information System, or what they call OASIS. So here in OASIS, you have to fill out another form. You have to register. It's almost the same as your One Health Pass, but there are almost the same. Okay. So you have to fill it out. So this is tied up with OWA. Remember, you have a membership that you have to pay because it will determine if your quarantine hotel will be free. So for OFWs, your quarantine hotel is free of charge. And if you're lucky, you can get a 5-star hotel. Like where I am now, I'm in Sheraton Manila Hotel. And it's a 5-star hotel. Meals are included and it's very nice. Never forget your Oasis form. Fill it out because here they will allocate your hotel. And then last but not the least, you have to apply for your OEC. Getting your OEC, you have to go to the Philippine Embassy of Singapore. And then on the right hand side at the bottom part, you have to click here to make an OEC appointment and it will direct you to bmonline.ph. So when you're here, you have to log in. I hope you remember your email and password that you have used to register. When you're here, go to acquire OEC or exemption, click on that, and then you will be directed to another page, which is the onlineservices.poea.gov.ph, and from here I got lost. Anyway, I will teach you how to navigate this page. You go to e-registration. Your OWA username and password is linked here. If you cannot log in and you forgot your particulars, then you just try the forgot password. If not, then register another profile. So when you're in, because this is a new thing for me, what I did is I attached a profile picture in the dashboard over there. And then also you need to update your passport. So you have to attach your passport and those should be in JPEG or PNG file. And then next is you have to go to My Links, and second section, which is Balik Manggagawa, you have to click that and then you will go to this page, which is a POEA online services. So make sure that your passport detail is uploaded because it should be available here, and also fill out your beneficiary data. And then you just click on next if they're all in green. And that's it. You have to check your particulars, update your passport. If you still have the old passport here, update your employer. Okay, the tricky part is when you have changed your employer. So that's the saddest part, because if you've changed your employer, you have to go to the embassy. And when you go to the embassy, it takes 2 weeks for the appointment to be available. And you cannot just go there and plead for them to accommodate you. So as for me, I'm very lucky that I haven't changed my employer. So my details are still intact, and I just updated my passport, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's the tricky part. If you change your employer, you have to go to the embassy, which takes quite time for you to accomplish. And there you go, you're ready to go. I will also make a vlog of what you need to expect or what you need to prepare during your departure and also arrival here in Manila. I hope that everyone can go back home and reunite with their family and loved ones, because it's really hard when you're alone and you're far from them. I hope that this pandemic will ease up the situation soon. And yeah, if you have questions, you can just message me, or you can also comment in the comment section. I will be replying from there. And yeah, stay safe, guys. There's Omicron. I think today there's 5,000 cases. I hope I don't get the virus, because I'm I'm coughing. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just tired from all the things that's happening recently. Why am I saying this? Thank you for watching, and stay safe. Bye.